Hey, problem solvers. Welcome back to literacy. Now, last week, we spent some time talking about how to summarize a text, how to extract the main idea from a paragraph of text. Now, I want to talk about that a little bit more because it seems like we could use some other strategies or other ways of looking at that skill. So I've come up with a completely different way that we can look at it that'll help us really master this skill of summarizing what's in a text. Now, remember, when we're summarizing, we are just pulling information from the text that we are looking at and writing it in our own words. So, for example, if you're reading a text about dinosaurs and it's about one aspect of dinosaur life, say what dinosaurs used to eat, and you look at this and you say, oh well, I know a lot more about dinosaurs. I know more about what they eat, and I know about um, I know theories of how they went extinct, and I know how they lived, and I want to write about all of that. I love that initiative, and that is an important skill, but it is not summarizing. Adding outside information is a whole different ballgame than what we're doing here. I want to make sure that you guys know what summarize means and that you have the skill to be able to do so. So you are only taking information from the text in front of you. I made up a little um, I got a um, anchor chart for us to look at that I think will help. So let's take a look. Summarize it. So when we think about summarizing something, we want to think of SUM, summarize it. So the S stands for shorter than the text. We are condensing that information and taking out the important bits, the main idea, and writing something that is shorter than the original text. U stands for use your own words. We're not copying down a sentence from the text. We are writing it in our own words. Does that make sense? And M stands for main idea only. This one's a little trickier and involves some critical thinking. So there could be so many details in this text, maybe even some that are misleading, but it is our job as nonfiction readers to determine the main idea of the text or what it is that the author is trying to tell us. I want to practice a little bit with you guys. I'm going to do it a few times myself, and then I'm going to ask you to try. Okay, so I have a paragraph here, and it's asking me to summarize this paragraph in 12 words or less, which means I need to take all of the information in this paragraph and shorten it to 12 words or less while focusing on the main idea. Let me show you what exactly that looks like. I'll start by reading the text out loud. What would it be like to have teeth like a shark? A shark can have up to 3,000 teeth at one time. A shark, shark teeth grow in rows, one behind the other. Most sharks have 5 rows of teeth. When a shark loses a tooth, it is replaced by a tooth from the front row. I don't know about you, but I'm glad that I don't have shark teeth. Now that's obviously way more than 12 words. How are we going to extract the main idea and write it down in 12 words or less? I'm going to pause and let you guys think about it while I think about it. So it's definitely about shark teeth. And I know that shark teeth can come in a variety of sizes, and that different sharks have different kinds of teeth. And wait, no, I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking about prior knowledge that I have about this subject that's not in the text. I need to kind of put up a wall just for this task and focus only on the information in front of me. So, sharks have about 3,000 teeth. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. And that makes, and they grow back. You know what? I think that's fine. I am taking the main thing that they're trying to tell us. You know, I can totally take out some sentences like, what would it be like to have teeth like a shark? I think that sentence is a little distracting. A shark can have up to 3,000 teeth. Bam, that's a fact. That's something the writer is trying to tell us. Shark teeth grows in a row, one behind the other. Most sharks have 5 rows of teeth. When a shark loses a tooth, it's replaced by a tooth from the row behind it. I don't know about you, but I am glad that I don't have shark teeth. And the author is showing us that sharks have about 3,000 teeth. I'll even put in rows, and they grow back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 words. So almost all of the information that's in there is presented in my sentence, but I wrote it in 12 words or less. Does that make sense? Let's look at one more together. Okay, let's look at this little bit of text now, okay? Again, it says, summarize this paragraph in 12 words or less. When Louis Braille was just 3 years old, he was in an accident that left him blind. When he was a teenager, Louis created a set of raised dots that blind people could use to read. In 1829, Louis published the first book using his system of raised dots, which is called the Braille system and is still used today. Now, I think this is another one that has some distracting information in it. It starts by giving us a history of Louis Braille's life. When he was just 3 years old, he was in an accident that left him blind. When he was a teenager, Louis created a set of raised dots that blind people could use to read. Do you think that this paragraph is focusing on him as a person or on the Braille system that he invented? What do you think the author is trying to convey or is trying to teach us? I'm going to give it a shot. Braille invented help blind people read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words. And now it doesn't give all the details about his life and why he invented it, but I extracted the main idea. The main point of the paragraph was, this is his name, this is what he invented. Does that make sense? Would it help you guys to watch me do one more before I give you one to do by yourself? Let's do one more. Summarize this paragraph in 12 words or less. Even though Mars is our planetary neighbor, Earth and Mars do not have much in common. Mars is smaller than Earth and much, much colder. Not only that, the atmosphere of Mars is mostly carbon dioxide, which is poisonous to humans. There is also no water on Mars. Would you want to visit Mars? "12 words or less." A small, it says smaller than Earth. It says colder than Earth. Small, cold planet. See, I've still got some. And it says the atmosphere is mostly carbon dioxide, which is poisonous to humans. So let's say Mars is a small, cold planet with poisonous air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. And again, I just extracted the main idea of the paragraph, not all the details, but the main idea. Is that a little clearer? I hope so. And if not, it's still okay. Well, that just means that we can keep working on it together. So before I give you guys one to do independently, I want to say that this skill is going to help you with short paragraphs like this, as well as longer paragraphs like whole articles or whole chapters of books. I love this idea of breaking down one full paragraph and summarizing it into one sentence. So if you're reading an article with 5 paragraphs, then maybe your goal is to summarize it into 5 sentences. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to give you guys one passage to read independently, and I would love for you to come to Zoom ready to share your summary. All right, let's look. Okay, problem solvers, here is a paragraph that I would like you to summarize in 12 words or less. Problem solvers, please do not come to Zoom and ask me what the paragraph is. I feel like that's also something that happened last week a lot. It is here. I am about to read it out loud, which means I should not have to do it again. If you need to hear it multiple times, you may rewind the video and listen to it multiple times. But I would love for you to come to Zoom already with a summary in mind. So please don't come to Zoom without your summary. I will be disappointed. I'm giving the tools now. I'm going to read it out loud. You are going to come to Zoom with your summary. Understood? Thank you. So, Mickey Mouse is much older than he looks. He was created by Walt Disney in 1928. His first public appearance was in a black and white cartoon called Steamboat Willie. At the time, most cartoons were still silent. Steamboat Willie was one of the first cartoons with sound. Summarize that information in 12 words or less. Do your best. It's okay if it's a little hard still, it's a new skill. Do your best. Please come to Zoom with a summary of this in 12 words or less. I will see you there. Bye, problem solvers.